You've probably seen all kinds of headlines about the great resignation, folks who are quitting their jobs, looking to go into business for themselves, looking for opportunities to stay home. And a lot of those folks are women who are looking for an opportunity to either work for themselves or work from home. And we are talking today to Neha Naik, who is a CEO and founder of 4 different startups.
That's right. Hi, Brandi. How are you?
Doing well. So I wanted to talk to you about what you have seen, kind of how we've gotten to this point where we are right now.
Yeah, really, really great question. So I would say that, there was this big push of women who are mothers going back into the workforce. Obviously, COVID slowed that down a little bit, especially because women unfortunately had to pick between childcare and going back to work, especially if they were not remote. And I think what that caused was just this elevation in the number of startups that women have founded since then. And the reason I'm here today is because I'm a really big believer that you can and you should be able to have it all, as a mom, as a wife, as an entrepreneur. And I think me being here, it isn't so much to say, oh my gosh, look what I've done, but it's just to say that if I can do it, you can too, because I was not at all this confident. And I really had to learn things from the bottom up to get to where I am. And I have now, I think, mastered a couple of things to hopefully teach other women who want to start their entrepreneurship journey and become successful.
So what are some of those things, like right off the bat, what were some of the first lessons that you learned that you think are really important to other moms who want to go down this journey?
Yeah. So number one, I would say that a lot of us think about entrepreneurship as it's something impossible, right? When you think of entrepreneurship, for some reason, you think of like the big people that are out there that are living the dream. But we all start off really small. We all start off kind of hidden, scared, afraid of making mistakes, afraid of failing. And I think the first thing I want to teach people, women, is that don't be afraid to fail. Just start it and learn as you go. One of the things that I was not as good at, just because I'm a type A personality and I am a perfectionist, was letting go of the little things, right? Not being able to continue that messy action, that messy momentum that builds great businesses. So one of the things I had to learn myself was to I can't obsess over every little thing, because the more I obsess over this one thing, things aren't going to continue moving in my business, and I'm going to halt that momentum. I'm going to go into that self-sabotage mode, and no entrepreneur wants to do that. So have that mindset of, I am going to do and I'm going to learn from doing, instead of staring at this beautiful picture of this website but never actually launching it because you're scared that the A in this corner is not big enough, right? Just do it. You kind of figure it out as you go. So I'd say that's one of the things. The second thing is set yourself up for non-monetary goals. I know there's this whole thing right now about 10K months and 20K months and all that stuff that's going on. But you have to find balance, right, as you move your business along, because your life is not just work. It's not just business, right? You started this entrepreneurship journey so that you don't have to work a 9 to 5, and the job doesn't run you, right? You run the business, right? So again, making sure that you go back to your why and you set those non-monetary goals of saying, hey, I'm going to work with 5 of my ideal clients this month and solve their problems, instead of saying, I'm going to hit a 10K month, right? Because once you get into the mindset of problem solving and going back to your why and driving those conversations, driving those interactions and service-based values, the money and the monetary value will automatically follow you wherever you go, even if you don't want it to, okay? So really kind of figuring that out. And I would say the final thing is have fun with it, right? So we talked about not obsessing over perfection, but a lot of times people make entrepreneurship a chore. It's not supposed to be a chore. It's not supposed to be a list of 5 million things you do. So figure out what you're great at and outsource what you're not good at. And it's okay to make that investment up front, because that's going to allow you to scale without bounds, right? And allow you to actually enjoy it. Because if you are not good at something and you start doing it, you're not going to like it anymore and you're going to dread it. So really figure out what your strengths are, where your weaknesses are, and then act on those strengths and outsource your weaknesses, right? We all exist. We all need a village to succeed and flourish as moms. And I think we do as well as a business owner.
I think it is amazing how we've seen, I as a woman in the past couple of years, have seen women come together to really support each other instead of that super competitiveness that was a huge part of business for so long. Now it's that recognition that there is room for all of us. We do all have different ideas, skills, different stuff we can bring to the table. And so it's all about elevating now. That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, no, I agree. And, I'm a big believer in holding each other up and not bringing each other down, because I think, your strength is my weakness is your strength. And so let's come together and make something beautiful happen and really use our different personalities, our different skill sets, our different upbringings, right? Because I think that also has a huge play into not only the services that you offer, but how you those offer services and how you solve those problems that you see for your ideal clients.
How do people get in contact with you if they want more information, if they want to learn more about you?
Yeah, so they can find me on nehanaik.com. So that's NEHANAIK.com. You can see the contact me button, get in touch with me. I also have a Facebook group. It's called the Successful CEO Moms. So, join the group and then you can reach out to me.
Perfect. Was there anything else, any other message you wanted to send to moms out there?
Yeah, I will just, like to close off with this, right? I think entrepreneurship is a dream if you make it a dream. If you make it a chore, it can be a chore. So, find your balance, find your strengths and weaknesses, and really learn to love and love with failures. And in doing so, really having fun with it, right? So you're not seeing failure as like, oh my gosh, I failed, but more like, oh, I failed. What can I learn from it? So really gather those learnings, because ultimately a good entrepreneur is someone who's resilient, who can bounce back from failures, right? Not someone who constantly sees successes all the time. So I think that's the last thing I would like to say. So have fun with it, fall in love with failures. And if you have any questions, reach out to me.
I bet your words are going to spark that passion in it, and at least one person who is watching this. So thank you so much for your time, Neha.
Thank you.